everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie, and I have been a daycare provider and owner in beautiful Park City, Utah for 20 years and counting. I'm still doing it. This channel is dedicated to empowering new in-home daycare providers, and parents. If you want to find out what is the best fit for your child in a daycare setting, then this channel is for you. Want to start an in-home business? I'll teach you how to do it. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor or a psychiatrist or a lawyer or any of those things. I am just a daycare owner and provider who's been in the business for 20 years and seen pretty much everything you could possibly imagine. And I run my in-home daycare, tight ship, great community of parents, and this is my style of running a business and dealing with little children, little toddlers and babies. Might not be for everyone, but it works for me. And let's get started. First question. I need some help. I serve my kids very big and filling meals. However, lately, the minute I clean up breakfast, they're asking for lunch. We eat breakfast at 8 o'clock when the kids get here and snack 9:30, lunch 11:15 to 11:30. They always want snacks 24/7. I never let my kids starve, but I don't like constantly giving them snacks. And if I tell them they have to wait for lunch or snack, they start screaming and telling me they're hungry. I'm at a loss. Anyone else feel like their kids have been like that lately? Well, daycare provider, this one's on you. I'm going to say that a lot. That's not on the kids. If they ask and you constantly give in to them, they're going to keep asking. It's a thing now. It's a habit. Now, it's like when a little kid wakes up during the night, like a toddler, wakes up in the middle of the night and you go get them their water and you go do this and you go do that in the middle of the night. All of a sudden it becomes a habit. It becomes a pattern. And then it's going to be really hard to break. This is the same exact thing. So you need to have a schedule, an eating schedule. And you do have one, but you don't abide by it. That's the problem. You need to stick to your guns. And if they scream and cry, too bad. You can't get everything you want whenever you want. This is how you teach children boundaries, patience, self-control. These are all extremely important skills for them to have when they go to preschool and to school. Extremely important skills. And if you're just handing them whatever they want, how are they going to learn self-control? How are they going to learn patience? How are they going to learn routine? And okay, I just ate and now I got to wait for this. Do you have a routine where they do coloring or they do other things in between breakfast and lunch? Because if they have breakfast at 8 and then lunch at 11, I mean, that's plenty of time. They don't need goldfish in between breakfast and lunch. You know what I mean? They eat breakfast and then you're going to eat lunch. And then you can have when you wake up from nap, you have a snack and then you go home. So there you go. No, if they have a fit, too bad. Be like, okay, you can sit there and throw a fit. I'm leaving. I'm going to go over here. That's what I say. I'm like, what? I look at him like, you're screaming? Why? No, it's not time to eat. I'd be like, no, it's not time to eat yet. No. We eat at this time. When we're done coloring, especially if I have a 3-year-old, okay. So with my routine, if I have a 3 or 4-year-old and they are asking me to eat lunch, Miss Natalie, when's lunch? Miss Natalie, when's lunch? They keep asking me that. I'll be like, listen, don't ask me that again or else I'm going to take longer. And they're like, you can see the wheels are turning. But I will always tell them, after I'm done feeding these babies, it's your turn. So then they've got something to look forward to. They'll be like, okay, she's putting those babies in the high chair. It's going to be my turn to eat soon. See what I'm saying? And then they know just to have that self-control and to wait their turn. So I hope that answers your question. You've got to stick to your guns, girlfriend. You've got to stick to your guns because you're going to go crazy. You're going to burn out. You've got to run this ship. These kids are depending on you. You have to be the pack leader. Next question. I'm in need of advice desperately. My 14-month-old grandson that has stayed home with my daughter, only child, since he was born. He started coming to daycare this week. She practices gentle parenting, more than gentle. He has total reign and freedom at home. I can see where this is going. I have no problem with gentle parenting. I used it with my daughters. He eats wherever he wants, stands on anything he wants, tables, chairs, etc. I'm trying to get him on the right track and learn how to follow our routine, eat sitting while at the table, etc. It's been the toughest week I've ever had, and I've ended up in tears when everyone leaves multiple times. Despite everything, that's not even close to the worst of it. I'm like afraid to read the rest of this because I haven't read it. When I pick my questions out, I kind of skim the beginning and I'm like, okay, I like this question, screenshot it, done, right? I'm afraid to move on. Despite everything, that's not even close to the worst of it because that's pretty bad up there. He keeps hitting other kids. He hits with his hands, grabs hair, uses any toy he finds to hit kids with. I've tried redirecting him with a firm no, positive reinforcement when playing nicely, telling him to be gentle with his friends, telling him he's hurting his friends, fake crying, but it's not helping. I'm 100% sure he doesn't even have a violent home life. He's not getting it from television. He has very limited screen time. I'm in absolute desperate need for other methods or try ideas on how to make this work. I cannot and will not let my other daycare kids go through this every day. If I don't turn it around, I'm not going to be able to keep him. Grandma, I feel for you. Let's go from the beginning, shall we? I have mad opinions on here. She practices gentle parenting. Gentle parenting, that's bullshit. That's called letting your kid do whatever the fuck he wants whenever he wants and not doing a damn thing about it. Why? I don't know. I don't know what these parents think that their baby is the boss of them in that sense. This kid is what, 14 months old? Okay. Trust me, they know. They are smart. They already know how to manipulate, and they're not manipulating in the adult sense of the word. They are just little creatures that have little reptilian brains still, and they want what they want when they want it. Now, whose job is it to guide them and to teach them things? The kid? Is he supposed to be able to do what he wants whenever he wants without any kind of guidance? No, because then they become little wild animals, like little wildcats. And they have no impulse control. They can't figure out their feelings because they've never been guided onto how to control themselves or to self-soothe. So this is all on the parent. Like, gentle parenting my ass. It's called either I'm too selfish to teach my child correctly, or I don't have the strength, the mental strength to stick to my guns because my kid is already gone off the deep end, because that's 14 months, right? That's a long time for allowing a child to do whatever he wants when he wants, pick them up at their every beck and call. You know, when they're a newborn, different story, but once they can crawl, once they can do things, you start giving them their independence and you start having them learn how to self-soothe and do things like that. You teach them. It takes time. It takes mental fortitude. So this parent, gentle parenting. Okay. He eats wherever he wants. Really? No. You eat in a high chair, kid. No. Stands on anything he wants, tables. So she lets him climb. She's actually endangering this kid. You're going to climb on the bed, jump on the couch. No. Hell no. No. Let's see. I'm trying to get him on the right track and learn to follow our routine. Now, here's your problem, grandmother. Let's be real. This is your grandson, correct? You did gentle parenting with your daughter? Where did she learn her gentle parenting from? You? Okay, well, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? Maybe your grandson needs to go to a different daycare where he knows that he can't push buttons the way he is. And if you're crying at night, then you've got issues because you need to toughen up, especially if you are trying to help your grandson and help your daughter. You've got to toughen up. And if you want to be a grandmother and not a daycare provider to your grandson, then she needs to take the baby to a daycare facility where he has a teacher, and it might even be better for him because right now he has free reign. And no matter what you try to do, it's not working. And if you're crying at the end of the day, how do you think this kid is going to pick up on your energy? And that I feel like you fear him. And if babies sense fear or toddlers sense fear, especially when they rule the roost, they've got you, man. Like they've got you. And the way that you would have to fix this and rectify this is that you would have to probably, gosh, I don't even know how to say. Let's start over. The way you would rectify this is you would have to be, I'm talking tunnel vision. You do your routine or you go over here. You do your routine or you go in the high chair. You do your routine or you go in the soft. Like, you cannot mess around. As soon as he hits, he goes in the high chair. As soon as he hits, he goes somewhere. Goes somewhere where he can't. He's only 14 months old, so he can't sit like in a chair because he's going to get up. So you're going to have to put him in a high chair or put him in a saucer, like an exer saucer, and walk away and let him freak out. Leave him there for a minute or two and then come back and get him, and you got to start it all over again. Like, it's going to be this repetition and battle of the wills at this point in time. It's going to be the battles of the will, and you better be ready because babies are like puppies. They will cry, they will scream for as long as it takes. They don't have a concept of time. If they scream for 3 hours and someone comes in, they'll be like, oh, that's how long I have to cry for. Like, they don't know. They don't understand. They're just like, oh, she'll come at this time. I'm going to keep crying, kind of thing. It's hard, but I'm baby boot camp, and I don't put up with that nonsense, and I never have, and I never will, and my kids are so happy, and I know what program that I run because my work speaks for itself. So grandma, girl, either tell your daughter that you can't watch him or you've got to be tunnel vision and put in the work. Like, you're going to have to put in the work. And you're going to have to do an attitude adjustment here, an attitude adjustment here, and steel your resolve. You have to. And I can't baby you. You've got to toughen up. That's it. Whew. That was a hard one. Question number 3. What does everyone do for an 18 to 24-month-old who climbs out of their pack and play and won't lay on a cot for nap time? We've been struggling with this, and it's to the point where it disrupts everybody's nap time. Okay, well, this one is, it depends on the child. It depends on the daycare provider. I've had children that are super stubborn and it would be the battle of the wills, like the last question. And here's the deal. If you ever watched Super Nanny back in the day and she had this situation prop up, all you do is if you're training them on the cot, put them down. Put them down. Put them down. Put them down. It's time to go night-night. Put them down. It's time to go night-night. Put them down. And then eventually you don't say anything. Just put them down, blanket, put them down, blanket. They're going to be screaming. They're going to be pissed. And you're going to have to explain to your daycare kids. Number one, you're going to have to get your mind straight and be like, okay, this kid is going to be difficult, right? And it's probably a new kid. He's got to be a new kid because if you're dealing with this issue and this kid's like a regular, then this is your problem. This is your fault. It's not the child's fault. And it's never really the child's fault. The child's going to do what the child does. And it's our job to teach them. So this is what I'm going to keep harping on over and over again. It's your job to teach them proper behavior. It's your job to teach them routine. It's your job to teach them how to nap and when to nap and everything else. It's your job. And if this job is hard, too bad. This is your job and you need to do it. And I am just no nonsense approach. And if I have an 18 to 24 month old that won't sleep on the cot, I'm going to keep them there. If they climb out of their pack and play, to me, that's a danger. That's a safety issue, because if pack and play is like in another room, I'm not going to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to teach them on a cot to begin with, and I'm going to suck it up. I need to suck it up. The kid is just going to see what happens. He's just going to be like, hey, well, guess I can't get away with it, eventually. And they'll go to sleep and they'll be your best napper on the planet. But the point is that no emotion, no anger, no nerves, no fear, just calm, cool, calm, collected, no facial expressions, okay? Kid starts to get up, put him on the mat, time to go night-night. Time to go night-night. You might have to do it 100 times for 3 days. But eventually they will get the picture. It's the battle of the wills. I'm going to say it over and over again. It's the battle of the wills, and it better be a battle that you're willing to stay in. So choose your battles. And I hope that answers that question. I've done it all, I'm telling you. And all of my babies sleep. They're rock stars. I even have a new little guy that just started, and we're going through the sleep training, and he's going to be fantastic. No stress here, because I'm already mentally prepared to do what I need to do to teach him. And he's going to be just fine. And babies are happier when they nap. It's a fact. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. If they don't nap, they're exhausted. Their immune systems are compromised because they need rest. You're not doing them any favors by allowing them to do whatever the hell they want. By teaching them and guiding them and setting very clear boundaries, you are helping that child. And they learn from your example. So suck it up, Buttercup, and you can do it. I know you can. I know you can. If I can do it, you can do it. And that will wrap up this question and answer session. And I do believe this is question and answer number 5. And if you like this channel, like and subscribe. And I will definitely be posting more content, not just Q&As. I still have to do a part 3 on how to open up a daycare, how to get licensed for an in-home daycare center. And I've got questions coming in, and I can't wait to hit on all sorts of topics. So if you have any questions, comment down below. And when I grow this channel a little more, I will have an email address that you can submit questions to. And that will do it for this episode. My name's Natalie, and enjoy the rest of your evening or day whenever you're watching this video. Subscribe.